Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. R9T again, still building that thing. And today, like you see in the thumbnail and title, I'm going to change the indicators. Going to remove these massive indicators, hand for reference. And the new one's gonna be just the same size as the ones in the rear. Again, hand for reference. So I'm going to install the Motogadget Tens1. That is only the indicator. At the rear, those are the nineT. They indicate, they have your driving light and brake light. You need that for the rear if you want to have a complete revamp there. For the front, this is a simple indicator. And this is actually a light bulb, that's not even the LEDs. I know the newer R9Ts have LEDs. Not sure if it's optional or standard. If you have the LED option already on there, you need less parts. If you're not, like me, these are the parts you need. Of course, the indicators itself. This is the plug, it's a connector that will connect on the original harness here, so I don't have to chop around, at least not on a bike harness. And since I have bulbs, I need some resistors, so I don't get a hyper flashing. So I'm going to take this entire cover off and replace it with the ones from the scrambler. That is just the end cap, there's one left to one right. Bolts on here, and then you have a surface to mount the new indicator. It's not my idea. The idea and all the parts came from PCC, from PCC Custom over in the UK. And I'm gonna do pretty much the same install. I like it, it's clean, it's neat. But I have one change in mind, one modification, because later on I'm also gonna install bar and mirrors. Yes, also bar and mirrors, but also bar and indicators, because the little one down here may not be that visible behind the fork. Gonna give one extra, because people, they don't pay attention anyway, don't have to make it even harder for them. So I will have to have a split in there to route a wire in the future up to the bar end. These are the parts you would need. Part numbers for the caps. You have those, there's no part number really on there. Just gotta go find it, but usually it's pretty easy to find. And these are the Tens1. Of course, mine are black. If you just compare this little thing to this thing, it's probably as big as the bulb inside of there. And if you wonder what's going on here, that's another video. I'm missing the valve covers right now. Just adjusted the valves and replaced spark plugs and stuff. The covers are still being powder coated. So are many other parts on the bike. It just takes a lot longer than anticipated. So I can't finish yet. So just laying the parts out here. This is for the left side. You can see this is the cover that goes on the left side. Just go by the screw hole here. Goes on like this. Replaces all of this. And you see you have this little hook here, this little knot. So when you take the screw out, you have to carefully, wedge it out of here. Looks like this, it's just a little hook. So you just put it backwards and then up, and it should come out easily. On the side is nothing. We have of course the indicator, the resistor, LEDs again. If you have already LEDs, you do not need that. And this is just a plug. And then resistor plugs in here. And here connects your indicator. Other than this is just an open cable. There's nothing on here. And I don't have these types of connectors anymore, so I have to make a connection here. But I want to have it disconnectable, because since I also want to attach bar and indicators on there, I don't want to have to take everything out every time I have to remove one. Because if it's just like this, that's all you do, fine. You have a connector to an indicator, done. Of course you don't need all that cable, you can cut a little bit of it. But it's just like OE, one connector, one indicator, some wire down here to a connector, you undo this, take it off, done. I still want a separate connector for the wire that I'm going to install in the future. Different video. Now, as far as I know, that's the front side. And you will go about 10 millimeter from the front edge in and 10 from the bottom edge up. And that's where you hold them. For these Motogadget, you need a M8 drill bit. 8 millimeter is about 5/16 of an inch, all my American friends. And that's the drill we're gonna use. Of course, you have to pre-drill first. So let's take this thing off first. This looks like it's a Torx T25. You have a cable tie here, and I guess that's it. That's how easy this comes off. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to mark the 10 and 10, the 10 in, 10 up, make a pilot hole here, and then install it and see if I'm center. Then I would drill the final hole and go from there.
A few moments later.
So I didn't like my pilot hole set. My pilot hole was up here. I didn't like that. It didn't really look right to fit through here. So I moved it around a bit, and now I'm about 8mm. My center is about 8mm in from the bottom, and I'm about 15 from the edge, not from where the curve ends, but from here. I bought it a little bit. That is about 15 to the center, roughly. But that lines up with this hole, and that works for me. So just be careful. I heard it's 10-10, so now I'm gonna put the indicator in. Wire has to go through here. So here the wiring begins. Let's connect these things here. Now I just have to click this in here and connect it. So of course there's a lot more stuff going on here to tug it away. Got some cable here. Just strip this, cut the connectors, connect these two here. And then I've replaced the original harness. This goes here, this goes here, this goes on there. That should be nice and neat. Somewhat finished my wiring. It's not cleaned up, but as I mentioned, I just chopped off the connectors. And if that is all you do, you would just use these little push connectors that come with the indicator. You just stick both the wires in, push it, and you're done. I use those back here. They're pretty good. But since I want to add another cable here, I can't, because it only fits two. So what I did, I just twisted the two users and I soldered it all together. Now I should get signal to this indicator and also to this line, and then I can add a connector to this line, tuck this one somewhere back here where nobody sees it and nobody, I don't really reach for it, and can then hook up my bar and indicators. Now I just tossed in a battery randomly because I want to test it. So here goes nothing. Okay. Just show you right indicator and left indicator. It's down there. See what I mean? It is a little low down there. You can see it. I'm about a meter away from the wheel, so nobody will ever be that close. Right indicator, of course it's far out. Left indicator, it's there. Super clean. You can see it even at this close distance, and it's really bright actually. That little LED is a lot brighter. It's almost twice as bright as this one. That LED is way brighter than the original indicator. Turn it off, and it pretty much disappears. This indicator you can always see. Left one, tiny. You have to know where to look to find it. Gonna clean my cables up. Just of course protect this here, tug it in, widen it in, clamp it up again. You just put it in here, and then you put a cable tie around here. And then this side is done. I'm gonna finish the other side. And that is all. It's pretty much straightforward. The only critical point is the positioning of the hole you have to drill, because you have to make sure that the indicator fits through it, because it will go through that hole that you saw on the bracket. Other than that, pretty straightforward. If you don't do what I do, you just use the push connector that comes with the indicator. If you do what I do, that's the preparation. And in the future video, I'm going to show you how to install and then wire up the bar and indicators. Thank you for watching. Hope this helps you. I'm going to see you in the next video.